Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Mount&Blade Warband. As always, I'm your host, Aether's Hero. When we last left off, we had been given a quest to go gather up some troops so we could go stop a bandit invasion. And I figure that's probably what we should do. I mean, even if we don't want to go stop the bandits, we need these troops anyway. So first off, I'm going to head to... Yeah, sorry. Having to avoid those guys because they outnumber me by just a little bit. So first we need to go to this village here and recruit some volunteers. And luckily there are 5 of them here who want to be recruited. So we'll pay them the money and there we go. Let's see. I think I'm going to go gather up some more even though I only need 5, but it always pays to be safe. And every so often you go back to villages and they will have more troops for you. And there's King Ragnar. What's he doing? Oh, he's patrolling. Huh. And so we'll see how many these guys have. And look, 5 more. Alright. So now we have a total of 10 recruits. If we go to our party, we can see there's us. And here are 10 recruits. They're just basic footmen. They've got axes. They're not great, but they're better than nothing. Now we need to find where the bandits are. And hopefully the quest will tell us where that is. Okay, and you go back to the merchant actually. Of course. So now we just have to go back to Sargoth, find him in the tavern. And I can show you the tavern while we're there. This is the city screen. And we're going to the tavern. Here we are. And in the tavern, instead of just being like a menu screen, you can actually walk around and talk to people. And looks like we're getting into a fight. I think we can take him. I'm not sure. What are you looking at? I'm not sure. Some sort of animal, clearly. I'll wipe that smirk right off your face. And Tavern Keeper doesn't want us to shoot the guy, so we'll have to switch to our sword. Oh, I need to pull my shield out too. And this guy just looked at us funny, so we're gonna beat the crap out of him. With swords, so you know. Oh, we killed him. Huh. Yeah. Well, I'd say he started it. That entitles you to a sword and purse, I suppose. Have a drink on the house, as I dare say you've saved a patron or two a broken skull. Still, I hope he still has a pulse. It's not good for an establishment to get a name as a place where men are killed. Yeah, such a waste. Oops. So now we actually have his sword, which... let me check. Is better than the one we had to start with, so I'm going to equip that now. And actually I'm going to switch what order my things are in so that when we go into a combat, I start with the sword equipped. Because I'd rather have that than the crossbow, and I'm probably going to sell the crossbow first chance I get to grab a lance. Because that's what I'm best at using. I don't see the merchant anywhere. I thought he was supposed to be here. There's a caravan guard. I could hire these people. You can find mercenaries in these taverns. And there's a tavern keeper. I can buy drinks from him and drinks for everyone in the tavern. But I'm going to back out and try going back in and see if I can't find him? No. Okay. We might just be abandoning the whole tutorial quest because it doesn't seem to be working. To Tavern at Sargoth. This is Sargoth. Let's go into the tavern. If he's not here, I'm just going to go do my own thing. Unless I'm completely blind and just... This can't be him. No, these are mercenaries. I can hire the 6 of them for a lot of money. And they have very high wages. They're also a lot better than the just base recruits you can get from villages. But they're expensive. Oh, maybe he's upstairs. Sorry, but they're expensive. And I'm probably going to avoid getting those until much, much later. Oh, well, color me stupid. Here he is. There's also a minstrel here. I'm trying to remember, what do they do? Greetings to you, most noble lady. What is it you do? I compose and write songs for the lords of the land and their ladies. Sometimes I sing about war, sometimes about the virtues of kings, and sometimes for the more sophisticated audiences, about the virtues of wine. For most audiences, however, I sing of love. Can I answer any other questions for you? Oh, that's right, this guy will help you get married by giving you poems you can tell to other people. And, as I completely forgot about, everyone has a relation meter with you. You can become friends with them, or you can make them hate you. For I guess, like the Wandering Minstrels, whatever, that's not important at all. But for the other lords, it's very important, because that's how you get them to support you. So I don't actually want anything from this guy. So I'm going to leave. And there's the merchant, because I was completely blind. And we've completed his quest, and that was a really loud little sound. I hope the sound's alright. Splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Sargoth have told us that there's a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band, the ones that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very well, I shall hunt for bandits. And we're going to go hunt for bandits. So, back to the city screen. And we're going to leave. And when we go back out to the world map, there should be a group of bandits nearby we're going to have to go fight. They're just bandits though, so it shouldn't be too hard. Let's see. There they are. It's only 4 of them, we outnumber them. And even though I don't have my weapon of choice, this should be easy. Just have to go hunt them down. Here we go. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners and I'll let you go. Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if you pay their ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. And we're going to charge the enemy. We have 11 troops, they have 4. I think we're going to win this one. In fact, nah, I'm going to let my guys attack with me. Oh, it's skipping a bit. I hope this is actually going to work. There we go. Alright, and this is the first, well not the first, but this is the first combat that is outside of the tutorial area. This is a combat in the field. We're riding around our horse, and we're fighting a couple of, they even have, yes they have weapons. Yeah, off to a wonderful start here. Let me just go. There we go, we actually got a hit on him that time. And one of the ways you can level up your weapon proficiencies is actually just by using weapons. Hey, we got someone. Yep, that guy's not getting back up. And there are different types of attacks you can do. Oh, looks like we won. There are different types of attacks we can do based on how we aim our weapon. We can do a slash, a stab, a left slash, and a left and a right slash. We can also block, and if we switch to our crossbow, we can shoot with this. And you only have a limited amount of ammo based on the size of the quiver you take in with you. It replenishes in between battles, but in battle I only have 30 shots. Or yeah, and crossbows you have to reload after each shot, as opposed to a bow, which is a lot faster. So we've won. And we took no casualties, we killed 3 of the looters, and wounded 1 of the robbers. So... Robber. Aye, spare me, spare my life. Let me go and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade and you'll never hear of me again. I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him, and give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts, and you can go free. Oh, bless you, lady. Bless you, my lady. Bless you. We've done the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Firikin. I'll describe the area nearby in detail so there's no mistaking it. And here's the looting screen where we can get everything we just took from them. There we go. Control clicking automatically adds them over here. And, actually they've got some decent armor here. It's better than what I have. So let me put that on. And some head armor. The rest of the stuff I'm probably just going to sell in town, because I have no use for it. So, and we got some money for beating them. We got 14 dinars, which is a nice little sum, at least at the start. Later on, that's nothing. Oh, and this is what's really good. Some of our soldiers are now we've earned enough experience that some of our soldiers are ready to upgrade. We go to our party screen, and you'll see a little plus beside the Nord recruits. We can choose to upgrade them. Every unit can be upgraded, and they usually have 2 different upgrades they can do. Again, I don't know the full extent of this tree, but I do know in this case, Footman makes them into a stronger infantry. Huntsman, I believe, gives them a crossbow. I'm going to be wanting to upgrade them to Footmen. And I've got one of them ready to upgrade, and now I have a Nord Footman. And why is it lagging here? Yeah. They cost more to upkeep. They have a higher wage cost. There we are, see? Now he's got a helmet, better armor, throwing axes, a spear, and a shield, as opposed to just a plain axe. And they can keep upgrading from here to even better things. Yeah. So what I'm going to want to do now is actually in the party list here, this is the order you will bring people into combat. If you have more people than you can bring into combat at once, you go with the top ones. So it's better to have your stronger, more advanced units at the top. That way he comes in before these guys do. But because I have so few people, they'll all come in at once. And we just won that, so now we need to go to Firikin and fight the bandits at their lair. Where's Firikin? There it is. Firikin is up here, so I'm gonna click and we're gonna run our way up there. Yep. And it is now nighttime. You move slower at night, and your radius of view is a lot smaller. So it's a lot easier to get ambushed. I could choose to sit and rest during the night, but I don't really want to. Though, because I got hurt in that fight with the drunkard, I might rest before we get to the bandit camp, which is right here. Kidnapper's hideout. And we're now traveling into the Vaegirs territory for a brief little moment before we cross this bridge, and I believe we're in Nord territory again. Before I go, I'm going to stop by Firikin and grab some more troops. 4 more guys, and I'm going to recruit them. Just to have a bigger advantage. I like to have larger armies, even though later I'll probably be doing the brunt of these attacks myself. You approach the hideout. The looters don't appear to have spotted you yet, and you could still sneak away unnoticed. The difficult approach to the site, down a narrow defile, means that only a handful of troops in your party will be able to join the attack, and they will be unable to bring their horses. If the initial attack fails, the looters will easily be able to make their escape and disperse. Do you wish to attack the hideout or wait for another occasion? I think we're ready. Attack the hideout. And once it loads, I'm actually going to tell my guys to wait, because since only a few of them can come here, I don't want them all going off to get killed. So I'm going to tell them to hold this position, and they will stand right here while I run ahead to, well, kill all the bandits. Let me check the map. This is the map. You can see where your guys are. That shows you where each of your different types of units have been told to stay. These red dots are enemies. That helps me know about where they are. I'm actually going to switch to my crossbow and see if I can't take a couple pot shots on these guys before they get to me. If I can't. There we are. Okay, I need to be... There we go, I actually hit him. And he's approaching, so let me see if I get one more shot off. And I killed him with a crossbow, that's nice. I'm mostly just messing around with that. There's no real reason to use that over my sword, except I can take him out from farther range, which means he's less likely to hurt me. There's a cave there, a couple ships. But the rest of the bandits are off over there. We're just going to take these guys out and then rescue that guy's brother. Let me check. Sometimes they have reinforcements come in, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Oh, it also shows you the number of units everyone has. Oh, he's found me. They've all found me. Okay. And I'm not reloaded, so I'm probably going to get one shot off, and then sword time. Who's attacking me from over there? Okay, no, it's this guy who's throwing rocks at me. And there's a guy at the cave, too. That was stupid. That was also stupid. Yeah, this is not going well. Wow. Wow. So I just lost, which means that normally I would be captured. But because it's the tutorial thingy, I got lucky and I recover consciousness a short while later and see that the kidnappers have celebrated their victory by breaking open a cask of wine and have forgotten to take a few elementary precautions, like binding your hands and feet. You manage to slip away. Based on the boisterous sounds coming from the hideout, you suspect they may have yet some time to gather a few more followers and launch another attack. I hope this isn't a prediction of things to come, because I've never actually lost against the initial kidnappers' hideout. That was pretty embarrassing. I mean, and it's my fault. I got too cocky and decided to go it alone. But I think we're going to move away for a bit and then make a camp and wait until I heal up some so I don't just die immediately again, because I was rather hurt. So we'll probably wait a whole day and then we'll see how I'm doing after that. It's midnight, it's late night, and come early morning we're going to try this again. I'm only at 35% health. This is still not going to work out very well. Wow. Let's just go for another day then. And it might be worth going back to one of the castles and just resting up in an inn to speed things along. Well, I promised you guys some action, and there we had it. Wasn't great, but better than nothing. Actually, no, I'd much rather have had nothing than lose that fight. Wow. Also, they usually take stuff away. When you get taken captive, they usually take some of your money as well as some of the items in your inventory, which can be really annoying when they take your horse. Because without a horse, you have little to no advantage on the battlefield at all. Yeah, especially if you go with lances, because they're much easier to use on horses. Looks like it's cloudy now too. You got some fights going on here. Who's fighting who? Oh, the Vegas have kicked out Count Valashin for treason, and he's gone to the Kingdom of Swadia. Looks like the Vagars and the Nords are fighting each other, because one of the Nords just got taken captive by the Vagars. And here's the weekly budget. Our guys have wages that we have to pay off, and thankfully we have plenty of money to cover it, but that's only going to last us for so long, and I think we're going to see... There we go, I'm at full health now. Now that I'm at full health, this should be possible to do without making a complete fool of myself. Let's attack the hideout again, and I'll probably call it a video after this, because I don't know how long it's been. I need to get a timer. Alright. They're not gonna... Blah. They're not gonna get the best of me this time. I'll pull out my crossbow again. I'm gonna let my guys go ahead too, so that they can start getting attacked instead of me. Because I'd really prefer not dying. And you can't actually die in this game, as far as I know. You're always just knocked unconscious. Heroes and lords, as well as your party members, are always just knocked unconscious. And I'll go help this guy. And when using your ranged weapon, you have to be very careful, because friendly fire is affected only by ranged weapons. There we go. And our guys are doing well. They just killed 2 of the looters over here. I've yet to lose anybody because these are just plain bandits. They're not very good. I don't even see... Oh, that killed my recruits. And he's throwing rocks at me. And he hit me because my shield's a piece of crap. He's dead, and we have won. I took more damage. Oh, nope. Well, that's the merchant's brother. I seem to have a habit of attacking this family. Yes, I told him that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains are now yours. So, because this was a hideout, we get a lot of stuff. I probably can't even hold all this stuff, but I'm going to take as much of it as I can. It does organize everything at the top by the first things are the most expensive. I'm actually going to see, are these better? Their swing is better, and I don't usually use thrust, so I might actually speed 96. They're smaller though. I want the range because I'm not very accurate. Nomad boots are better than mine, so I'm going to put these on. Give myself some extra armor. Even better body armor. Put that on as well. Butchering knife, no. Just a better hat. This is when early on in the game it's really easy to get better equipment just by fighting. Later on, bandits will have worse stuff than you. And you're going to have to actually go buy stuff or get into fights with other lords. And it looks like I have run out of room. So I'm going to need to go back to some city and sell all this stuff soon. So that I don't know, I've already wasted all this stuff and it's mostly junk. But it's still money I don't have at the moment. Some soldiers are ready to upgrade. That's really good. Got one more Nord footman. So we've got 2 of these guys now. And they are better than the recruits. So we're going to go back to Sargoth. Tell that guy we've succeeded. And sell off a bunch of stuff. There's some looters there. Might as well get into a fight. Get some experience. I'm going to fight these guys. What do you want? Surrender or die? As you wish, prepare to die. We've got 14 troops versus their 4. Provided I don't fall in battle, this should be a pretty easy fight. Yeah, our battle advantage is 4. We have a massive advantage against them here. Let me see if I can't spot them. Where are they? There they are. Alright. Because I'm the one with a horse, I tend to get ahead of my army until I have some horsemen. That guy's dead, and we have leveled up. Alright. So, after this, we get to level up and get better at what we do, which hopefully is not die. Nope, I missed him and he hurt me. And this guy's throwing rocks at me again. Stop that. He's still alive, but he's probably hurting. I do have a shield. I should probably be using that. And they finished him off, which means we have won. So, we have no casualties, except I took some damage. And we killed 3 of them and wounded 1 of them. That's good. That means we take him as a prisoner. And we can sell him off to a slave trader. Or we could actually try to talk him into joining us. But the rest of the troops don't really like that, and that's going to lower their morale some. 14, 14, 22, 25. Oh, these things are expensive. Let me find some junk I have. This rock. Here we go. We'll put away the rock and take these boots, because, hey, everyone wants boots. I got 29 monies, or dinars. I prefer monies. And I'm going to avoid those guys this time. We're going to head to Sargoth. Oh, that's right, I have to level up. Right, character. And here we are. I think I'm going to put a point to agility, maybe? Gives me more movement points and weapon points. I don't know. Maybe charisma, except we're not running into that cap yet. So I think agility. So now all of our agility skills can go up to level 3. The one I need that for is already at level 3. So what do I want to change around? Tactics would give me increased battle advantage. Tracking lets me find people. Actually, I want a point into tracking so that I can, well, track people. I can actually see tracks now. It's not going to be very good yet, but it's better than not having it at all, I feel. And I think I'm going to put all my points to one-handed weapons, or as many of them as I can. The other points can go into throwing. Like I said, you're going to level those up to make me better at them. Whoa, got a war party going here. It's a bunch of Nord lords here. Going, I don't know where. Why am I going this way? Sargoth is over here, man. There's a caravan. Those can be nice to fight because they have a lot of loot you can get and good stuff like trade goods. But they really tick off the people who own them if you fight their caravans. And they're often guarded, and I'm nowhere near strong enough to fight them. So if you notice down here, it shows me how many guys I have. I have 14 units. The +1 means I currently have 1 prisoner. I'm going to see if I can't get rid of him here at this city. In the tavern you can find, I believe, slave sellers, slave masters, something like that. And they'll buy slaves from you. They'll buy prisoners as slaves. There's also a ransom guy. Okay, well, the slaves, if you sell them to that guy, he gives you a set price for every person. And we've been attacked by bandits. That's great. How many of them are there? Just this guy I can see. Just gotta beat him up and try not to get surrounded by them, because I don't even know where the others are. There we go, he's gone. Now I can focus on this guy. He's gonna be shooting at me, except he decided not to for some reason. See if I can't actually... There we go, I actually used my shield for once. Amazing. And he's dead. And that's all of them. So we just got 100 dinars out of that because they had some money. And we'll take that. Didn't take any damage, so that was a nice little fight. Free experience, free money. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go back into the city and try to go to the tavern yet again. Hopefully we won't get ambushed this time. And sorry for those dings. I think I forgot to turn the sound off on Chrome. Watchman, I do not want you. Okay, give me a second. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Seems like I forgot to tell someone I was recording and they didn't know. Also, it looks like I've gone way over time with this one, so we're going to have to wrap things up quickly and call this a video. First things first, it's lagging. I would like to finish exploring the tavern, see if we can't do what we came here to do. At least talk to the merchant. You that bard. No, he's a wandering troubadour now. Here's the merchant. Talk to him. Get the money. It's really lagging. Yeah, I definitely need to call this a video. This might not work at all. Well, my brother's home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a university outside Calradia. That way, if he gets knocked in the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. Thank you. The money is most welcome, and I'm glad to have been of service. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems, our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if, the heavens forbid, I ever face indebtedness and ruination. Now any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll, to inform on the rest. But our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them into the town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Calradia, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there are still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Jeez, it keeps going. Now, here's my plan. If we could bring this to the attention of King Ragnar, Lord of the City, but that would mean an inquiry, my word against the captain's, and witnesses can be bought and evidence destroyed. Or maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again, and all I'll get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. Likely, considering that the Nords are at war. In time of war, you see, a king's eye wanders far from his domain and his subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some men in my employ, and some others who've lost relatives to these bandits, and will storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before King Ragnar, hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle. I can't think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do I know that you're telling me the truth? Oh, well, I suppose it's possible that I found a dozen bandits who are willing to give their life to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in old Sargoth. Well, I guess you can't really know my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now that my money is good, and there's another 100 dinars, or maybe a bit more, that's waiting for you if you do me this last little favor. So what do you say? Alright, I'll lead your men. Splendid! It's been a long time since I staked so much on a single throw of the dice, and frankly, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Not now. I'll need to rest before I can fight again. Right. I can keep my men standing by. If you let this go too long, then I suppose I will have to finish this affair without you. But I would be most pleased if you could be part of it as well. For now, take what time you need. Yes, I'm going to take a little time because we actually need to call the video here because it is probably around 40 minutes at this point, and that's way too long. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you tune into the next episode. Please, the usual stuff, rate, comment, like, subscribe, whatever. If you enjoyed, thanks for watching. See you around next time. And we're off.